Hey, I'm Jamey, and I'm here for game 81, round 3 of Rolling Realms, using 3 promo realms: Sleeping Gods, Space Base, and Praga, Caput, Regni. I'll talk about how these work as I play the game. Let's jump right into round 3. A 3 and a 4. 3 and 4. Okay. Let's see how these work. So, in Sleeping Gods, we have 4 monsters that we're facing. And to attack those monsters, we're going to use numbers to mark off this number of spaces. So if I use a 3, I can mark off that space, that space, that space, as long as they're connected. And I'll gain resources that I cover. I can also mark across the monster. So I can go 1, 2, 3 if I wanted to cross it across the markers. And whenever I cross off 2 of these green droplets, their health, I gain a star. And 5s and 6s, the bigger numbers, can't mark any of the rewards that I can gain from these monsters. So I don't have to cross off all the boxes to kill a monster, just the green health icons on those monsters, 1 per monster. So, well, I won't mark anything yet. Space Base. Use a number to mark a circle and gain all outlined benefits in that column. So with a 4, I could mark off a circle here, and then gain all outlined benefits. So I only have 1 outline benefit. That benefit says every time I trigger this, outline the next benefit bottom up for a number of your choice, valid for the next activation. So these higher numbers help make the other numbers better. A 4 could be a good place to use in Space Base. And Praga, Caput, Regni, use the die to move clockwise that number of wheel sectors. So start here. Mark the circle where you started, so I could fill in this circle and then go like 1, 2, 3, and then outline the circle where you end, then gain the end benefit. So I would gain a heart in this case. Mark and score a star every time you cross the red line and score stars from benefits on the wheel. So we want to go around as many times as possible. I also have 2 stars that I can get from that wedge over there. I like the idea of going with a 4 in Space Base. So let's go with a 4 in Space Base. I gain this benefit. Let's make the 1 better, because 1 is generally the easiest number to gain in this game. No other immediate benefit. The 3, I could gain a... I'm tempted to use the 3 over in Sleeping Gods and only move a little bit in Praga, Caput, Regni, because that still does give me a resource. So let's go 1, 2, 3 and gain a coin. And I'll use that coin right away as a 1 to fill in that, outline one of these, and gain a pumpkin. I believe that is everything that we're doing. All right, turn 2. A 1 and a 3. Let me know in the comments what you are doing this weekend. If you have any fun weekend activities, if you happen to be playing any of these games this weekend, that would be a fun treat. 1 and a 3. 1 gives me a coin in Praga, Caput, Regni. Space Base, a 1. I've made 1 better for myself. And 3 gives me a coin. Kind of want higher numbers in Space Base early, but it is nice that I can at least improve a space right away in Space Base. So I need to get, let's go with a 1 over here. And that way I get another coin, and I'll use that coin also as a 1 for Space Base. And I get a heart, and then I get to fill in another segment someplace else. And it can actually be anywhere. It's valid from the next activation. So I could do 1 here for the 1, but it wouldn't be valid until the next time I use the 1. I'll move up the 2 track a little bit, hoping to roll a 2. And then the 3 we'll use in Sleeping Gods yet again. And yeah, it looks like I don't need to connect 2 hexes that I've already crossed off. So yeah, I just need to cross off 3 that are connected. Let's kill another monster. Let's go 1, 2, 3 and gain a heart. And I have now crossed off 2 of the green droplets, so that is worth a star. Oh, and I forgot about these stars. Okay. These stars at the bottom, I got that a little bit wrong. I guess we didn't make it all that clear in here, but we are trying to fill in as many squares as possible. Filling in a complete monster gives us this star at the base. Here we go. It's down here. Here we go. Score 1 star per fully marked monster. So I am trying to fill in those monsters completely. Scratch what I said before. Here's a 5 and a 5. Ooh, and I have 2 hearts ready to copy one of those 5s. I know that with 5s, I can't cross off icons. So I can still use a 5 to fill in a lot of spaces, just not an icon. Here's what I think I'll do with a 5. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over in Sleeping Gods. In Space Base, I will start by filling in one of these. I'll go for the 2, and then that's the only benefit that I gain. And then I will copy the 5 to use in Praga, Caput, Regni. So I'll fill that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So circle that, gain a heart, and I cross the red line, so I gain a star as well. That's fun. This is a good combination of realms. I like these realms. Turn 4. A 3 and a 4. 3 and a 4, same number that we rolled in round 1. 3 and a 4. Well. I could set myself up for another pair. I could get a coin if I need one. I might need to get that coin. Although a 3 over here gives me a coin. 4 is also good in Space Base. And 1, 2, 3, or 4, either way, probably getting a heart. So I will go with, I have a lot of ground to cover in Sleeping Gods. I'll go with the 3 in Space Base. Get a coin. The 4, or I will use in Sleeping Gods, although that does mean that I can't fill in. Oh no, I can fill in. 4 is the kind of the best number in Sleeping Gods. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and gain another heart. And then I'll use the 1 in Praga, Caput, Regni to gain a pumpkin. Now I need to remind myself, if I can't fill in a circle, what happens? The end sector must have an open circle, so it is not eligible. If I were to be here, I could not use a 1 just to move here. That would not be an eligible move. All right, number 5, turn 5. A 1 and a 2, some low numbers. Again, not great for Space Base, but maybe actually I built up the 2, so that is actually now pretty good in Space Base. Let's go with that. Here is a 2, so I gain a pumpkin, a coin, and I get to mark off a sector somewhere. I need to gain some stars, so I'll go with I haven't marked any 6s yet, so I'll put a 6 right there, hopefully making 6 a little bit better. That was the 2. The 1, and I do gain a star. I gained this star from Sleeping Gods. The 1, I could get a coin. That would be good. Seems good. Why don't we do that? Okay, here is a coin from Praga, Caput, Regni, and I will almost definitely use one of those coins. Is that worth it? It's just 1 coin. I'll use 1 coin for Sleeping Gods to fill in that space. Need to get those damage icons crossed off. Turn 6. So big numbers. Here we go. 6 and a 4. I just made 6 better in Space Base, so that could be good. And 4 is the magic number in Sleeping Gods. So might go with that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's go with a 6 in Space Base. So that is make another section better. Let's make the 2s even better. The star, get a star. We need that from Space Base. And then the 4, we'll use it over in Sleeping Gods. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a heart, a coin, and my last droplet, damage icon. I now have 3 hearts. Do I want to copy one of those 6s? Could I even do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 would not help me over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 would give me a coin. I kind of want a 3 over in Praga, Caput, Regni. Let's just move along a little bit and use a coin as a 1 to go up and get a heart. That way we only need a 2. 2s are good in Space Base and Praga. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. This is turn 7, a 6 and a 3. 6 and a 3. 1, 2. Ooh. I need a 2 in Praga, Caput Regni, to get that star. I need to start to get those stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6s are still pretty good in space base, so I could go for another 6. And 6s can fill in a lot of spaces over in Sleeping Gods if I wanted to do that. What to do? 3 by itself isn't really good, but I could change it into a 2, which is great in space base for me. Yeah, I need 2s. So I'll use the 6. Oh no, what do I'll change it to a 2. This will be a 2. So it'll give me a star, a coin, which I need, and I can fill in another space somewhere else. Let's make 5s a little bit better. That was the 3. The 6 I'm going to use in Sleeping Gods, I think, to fill in a bunch of spaces. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because I can't cross over either of those icons. And then finally, I'm going to create a 2. I'll go 1, 2 to get a star from Praga. So far, so good. Let me know in the comments if you're hoping for a good number or a specific number in turns 8 and 9. Another 6 and a 3. Will that pay off? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't change a 6 into a 7 because 7 isn't a number that appears on the dice. Can't use a 3 in Praga. I could use a 1 if I wanted to. 6 is still good in space base. 3 is still not good. 3 is good in Sleeping Gods, although it's a little bit less than ideal. Again, what to do? Do I manipulate a number? I do have 3. I have enough hearts that I can copy a number. I'm going to do this. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get a pumpkin. I did cross over the line, so that is another star. Get another pumpkin. That way I have 2 pumpkins. I could activate a 2 down here, which I think might be the play. But I need a 2 here. I need a 4 here to fill in that space. So I'm tempted to change this 3 into a 4. I'll go with that. 3 into a 4. That does give me another pumpkin. And that actually finishes off 2 monsters. So that's a pretty big move right there. Okay. Is that everything? I didn't activate Space Base that turn. Should I go ahead and activate it anyway? I could copy the 6. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Here is 3 hearts, copies the 6, so I can fill that in. I get another segment, and I get another star. Where do I want that segment? I can't gain any more stars. So let's make the 6 a little bit better. I need a lot of 2s. I'm going to make 1 a little bit better. Okay, final roll. Here we go. A 3 and a 5. So many 3s this round. I really needed the 2s. 2s were going to be the number for me. I needed a 2 here. That's worth a star. A 3 again is nothing here. A 5 is at least worth a star for me if I want that. And then over here, what do we have? 1, 2, 3 does nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also does nothing. So I have to use the 3 somewhere. I think it has to be, I guess this is probably the 5, right? Yeah, this is the 5. Because that gives me a star. And it gives me, I can fill in a space someplace else. I'll fill in that space. The 3, currently I cannot use a 3. It's not eligible here. It's not eligible here. So I can gain a resource for it. Yeah, but I can't do much else with it. Yeah, it's kind of a dead resource. I will turn it into a pumpkin. Because even if I made it a coin, I could advance here but I couldn't go any further. I guess, crossing over that would have been that would have been fine. I think that's the best I can do, unfortunately, but still pretty close to finishing off Sleeping Gods. Fun realms all around. That is a 12.3 to finish off my round. Let me know in the comments how you scored. I'd love to hear about it in the comments compared to my 12.3. And I promise I will be back for a live version of this the next time I do it in late June. So thank you for bearing with me for these non-live versions. But I think I have figured out how to connect YouTube properly so that we don't have to do this again. All right. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.